Welcome back. It's your favorite 3x3 podcast. This is Word on the Streets. Replace the E's with threes. It's been absolutely insane. 3 masters have passed, but we have 3 kings right back on the mic. We have the one and only Kyle Montgomery, a.k.a. The Voice. We got Boz Rosendahl, The Mountain, and your man Vince Chang, a.k.a. The Energy. Let's get this recap going and popping because things are still rolling in the 3x3 world. We're about to start right now. All right, we are back, and it's been insane. And before we start, I have to find out the recap between my 2 brothers. I haven't seen you in so long, but I've been watching you. I've been hearing you. Kyle's been giving comments to Boz that he has a deep voice, sounding like Morgan Freeman with a little bit of Batman, Christian Bale. And then also the father is having a great time going to Serbia, bouncing with Dusan Bulletproof. I need to know what's going on. Kyle, you go first.
And you eat FIBA. For me, I just got back from Novi side. They had a Novi side quest out there, back-to-back weekends, as a matter of fact. I'm going back this weekend. And, man, I got to get back into the streets, man. 3x3 at its core, street ball at its best, unbelievable crowd, really competitive competition. I know it was a quest, but it didn't feel like a quest. So I was kind of like a special guest. I did a little bit of MCing. I had a 2-point shootout with my brate Lucha. 7 for 10, by the way. 7 for 10, by the way. I need to check the tape. And just had a good time, man. It's always good when I go out to Serbia. I get to see a lot of folks that have been around the game for a long time. Take some pictures, shake some hands, enjoy the atmosphere. So it was dope. But I think it's going to turn up even more for the Novi Side Challenger coming up. So, yeah, I'll be heading out there too.
All right, Boz, what about you, brother? You were sweating in Marseille.
Oh, my goodness. It was hot. It was very hot. I did both the Women's Series and the World Tour stops. It was cool, though. Marseille is always nice, right? Like, it's a beautiful city, southern French coast. You always have the wind, the Mistral winds come in and, like, kind of affect play there, which is interesting. I don't know if it adds or detracts, but it's interesting, to say the least. Cool events. It's some injuries, unfortunately, right? On the men's side, we saw Evaldas Jalgas go down. That wasn't fun. I think Kyle dug up some info on that. He should be back soon. Didn't look good, but apparently he's okay. On the women's end, we lost Casey Bosch to very much a season-ending injury, like broken ankle, not good. So we think about, both of them, of course, but in the case of Casey, I think it's only going to add to her legacy because she tried to go on a broken ankle for a couple minutes there. It didn't quite work, but she tried to get back on the court. But well wishes to her. That it's never fun seeing that type of stuff, especially a warrior like that to go down. So that wasn't fun. The fun part was that, the games both on the men's and women's side on the final day were actually really good. So I enjoyed my time out there. And I'm enjoying the break, man. The World Tour's got like a 5-week or 6-week break at this point.
Yeah,
it's kind of cool.
Like All-Star break.
Yeah,
we'll call it All-Star break.
Okay, let's roll with that.
Speaking of All-Star, Vince, FIBA.
There you go.
What?
Yeah, I heard you was the star of the show out there. What's up?
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. I got 2 great mentors, and I was prepared for almost anything. Yep, the Doha, Qatar was one of the most intricate experiences I ever had in my life because I'm in a completely different world that there's a lot of restriction. It is a Arab country, Muslim heavy, religion heavy. There's a lot of restrictions when it comes to, liquor, when it comes to saying things, there's prayer, but the people were so loving. I got to meet so many great people, part of the Olympic Qatar committee, because this is all leading up to the World Cup that's going to be hosted in Qatar with basketball. So this was just a little taste of it. We're in a mall, so it felt like 3x3. You had 8 different countries from around the world competing. We couldn't have Brazil. We couldn't have USA due to travel restrictions, but still the Philippines come out on top. And I didn't know the populations of the Filipinos were huge in Qatar. Like over a 250,000 live there alone. They came out in droves. And you know me, I walk in with my energy. I had this young lady named Saima. She comes to me the next day after I land and says, "Oh, do you live here?" I'm like, "What do you mean, do I live here?" "Well, did you come from a friend's house from yesterday? I'm like, what do you mean? I just came from a 14-hour flight. She's like, how do you have so much energy? Like, everyone coming all like depressed and stuff, and you're coming and dancing and stuff. Like, are you really like this? I said, yes, ma'am. No coffee, no drugs. This is who I am. Then she sees me on the mic, and I just blow up, and I'm having a great time. And I was just messing around with them. I said, hey, I want one of those thobes. You know the thobes? That long white joint? Yeah. I was like, yo, I want that. And I was, again, just say, hey, can I wear one? The guy named Ahmed was like, you want to wear one? I said, I would love. That's perfect. So when the president of the basketball federation looks at it, it's good. So they got me just the regular thobe, but they didn't get me the head thing.
I saw that.
Vince's accent is crazy, right?
Yeah. Hey, sabak here. Assalamu alaikum. Shukran, bibi. So I had to learn a little bit of Arabic. So anyway, I'm in the thobe, but they didn't give me my head thing. So I'm on there looking like I'm a saved, apostle, and I'm having fun. I'm like, that's clean. I can't wear this in the States though. I'll get tackled. But I'm like, all right, kid you not, we go for the second half. I get a text, hey, take off the thobe. You have to change your vest and tie. I'm like, I thought I did something wrong. Apparently, 90% of the country was watching, and they all loved it. But there's like a 10% of like real higher up, the people who are in charge of the country, that's like, why is he in an incomplete thobe? Because you have to wear the gutrab and all that just to show the status, and they're big on status. So they said, no, we got you. The next day, they got me the full headgear. I'm wearing this. I'm like, yo, I had my Morpheus glasses on. You couldn't tell me nothing. I could have walked on water if I knew it. And then I was just being wild, lifting up chairs, doing great promotions with Store 947. Again, the Olympic Committee out there in Qatar is great, and they already signed a contract for next year. And with the outcome that we had, they were like, look, this is more than we thought. And again, production, we all know about production when people are new. They're working things out, but it came out to be an amazing event. We also had the World Cup with FIFA happen at the same time, so people were coming out and drove to watch that, but then get to see this, and they're sticking around for that. Then they get to see Morocco or Egypt. Oh, it was one of the best experiences ever. I can't wait to go back.
Happy for you, VC. Happy for you, man. From what I saw on the gram, I said, oh, he doing his thing. He's doing his thing. I can see how you was moving.
I had a good teacher. I was dropping some bars here and there. I said, "Afwen, my friend, look at that delicious." Like it was crazy. Like it was. I was putting Arabic things in there, and every time I say this, I say it on the pod. One line I do take, and I make sure I do it at least twice. Broadcast is left them like a bad relationship, and I say, "Shout out to my man Kyle Montgomery." That's what you
stole that from somebody. No, I'm playing. I'm messing with you.
Say that. I say immediately.
I'm messing with you. Take it.
I know you can't mess with. What? I'm hitting the gym now. So we hit in the AmeriCup. The AmeriCup. We're going.
Oh, we on.
Oh,
we on.
7-for-10. I know, but we got to talk about 3-3.
Vince, we got a long way to the AmeriCup. That's December, bro. But when we were talking about this pod, Boz says, should we do mid-season awards? I said, damn, are we mid-season already? He's like, bro, we're 8 stops in. 8 stops in to what, 18 or 19 this year?
18, yeah.
18 this year. It's crazy, number one, how fast, the time is going by. The fact that we're at this point in the season, right, to where we're even considering mid-season awards is crazy. But we won't do mid-season awards, not fully today, right? We're going to do a 4C segment, cautious, concerned.
Or cooked, that's 3 C's.
What 4 C's? I added one late just to throw y'all a curveball. Or confident, because we should have confident in there, right?
Okay.
So cooked, cautious, concerned, confident. We're going to pick a 4-man all-star team because we're going to keep this one World Tour exclusive. No shade to the ladies on the women's series, but we've been so busy. I haven't been able to watch a lot, so we're going to stick to the World Tour for this one. We are going to update our Power Fives, if that's okay with you two gentlemen.
That was a difficult assignment, by the way. I don't know how y'all felt about that, but I struggled. I struggled badly.
Mine's new. I got a team in there that I never thought I'll put in the top 5.
I didn't struggle. Well, the Power 5 is hard. My Power 5 isn't hard, but our first topic wasn't so hard. No. Pleasant surprise this far in the season, team and player. Buzz, you have the floor first, my friend.
Let me take it away. I can only pick one this time, right? Otherwise, I'll pick like 3.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right. I'll go one. So as far as team, the pleasant surprise to me, yes, I'm deciding on the spot. I got a couple of names written down here, but you have to go with Lehman. Lehman has to be the pick here because look.
Do they?
No.
Yeah, well,
no.
look, there's a couple others, but again, I can only pick one.
Okay.
I can only pick one. I can name like three more, but I'm gonna go with Lehman here, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Last year they were so-so, right? And with so-so, I mean they still end up in the top 5. They still end up with a bunch of good results, but they never quite punched through the ceiling, and it felt like they had hit like their maximum output, right? At that point, they add 2 dudes who become essential, I think, to their success, and we'll talk about one of them or maybe both of them later. They pick up 2 wins. They win the opener, which was a huge statement to me. They get Ulaanbaatar as well. They have placed consistently pretty good outside of some duds, but played the most tournaments out of everybody in the pro circuit, and I think they've placed the top 5 or better on like 7 out of 10 or 6 out of 10 or something, which is really good.
Well, 7 Masters. They've been to 4 finals.
Well, there you go. See, so I think they have been a pleasant surprise in the sense that last year it didn't look like they could go up a level. Last year it didn't look like they would be talked about as the number 1 team in the world, and now they're in that discussion. They're not there yet, but they are close. They are closing the gap with Oob. They are making sure that every lineup they put out there is effective. I like the way they play. It's still the grit and grind stuff that we are known to see from them, but there's a little bit more oomph to their offense. There's a little bit more diversity in their offense. They got some more options now. So I think I've really liked what I've seen from them and individually from the players, especially the 2 new ads with Milivojevic and Simunovic. Those guys, I mean, look, we'll talk about those guys later when we start building our all-star team, I think.
A little forecasting. I'm not mad about that.
Potentially, I think I'll get into all of this later, but I just got done last night writing a pretty lengthy piece for FIBA3x3 for on the webpage about the mid-season MVP race. Let's just say Milivojevic is up in the top tier.
Ooh, Milivojevic.
I don't have an argument with that.
Stats. But anyway, that's the team. I'll let you guys do the teams first, then we'll get to the players. Yeah.
Okay. Vince, who you got?
I'm gonna say
surprise.
Pleasant surprise because I want to go to this country so bad. You guys visited it. You guys rode horses. You taste horse, and you got amazing hospitality. The Mongolians. I'm sorry. These past couple of tournaments have impressed me. You talk about in Chengdu, they get 3rd place. And now, for the past couple of tournaments, they've been working. Now, granted, the last time they have won a World Tour, was back in 2023 in Shanghai. And now, they went up some crazy competition in Ulaanbaatar. Going back and forth, that Oob game, first of all, wow. We're going to take a second. Now, granted, Oob could have won 3 times. Brankovic missing a foul shot. Seconds later, doesn't make that 2. But they did not give up. We could always talk about the comeback of the whole year would be between, Amsterdam and Basket Bombs. But that, to me, was the resilience that the Mongolians have. They're picking it up. Dogun is finally shooting pretty well. We still need the Archer to step it up, but the Bull is literally doesn't look like he's getting older. He's getting better with time. He's a fine wine. You talk about steel, sharpening steel. This dude is getting stronger by the day. Does he have a new baby? We don't know. Does he have some dad strength? We don't know. Something he's drinking. Could it be the horse milk? I don't know. But he is I'm watching him not only throw defenders everywhere, he still has the unorthodox layup, but actually going to there was a drive. I thought the man was going to yam it. I thought he was going to do a Hugo because we saw Hugo so hard when he went out for that banger. You guys remember that attempted dunk? Man, I believe I can fly. But look, I'm giving it to Ulaanbaatar. I think they finally have a chance to somewhat end up in top 7 of this year. Top 7. I ain't saying top 5. Top 7 because they were in like top 12 last year. So Ulaanbaatar to me is a pleasant surprise on how they're coming together. And then you're adding someone who has been a legend since we knew about 3x3. He's a gold medalist. He also was hurt, came back, redeemed himself. Nurse Maze, the maze has absolutely been unsolvable. This man is catching ankle breakers. He taught Dejan Majstorovic, you should have sat back down. You should have stepped in rehab because your feet went that way and your brain went the other way. And I'm like, yo, what are you doing in Mongolia that you're getting faster? So I think what they're doing is they're putting weights and rocks on their back and they're pulling horses up the mountains, not the horses pulling them, because that's what I think they're stepping up like that. So Ulaanbaatar.
Hey, but think about it, though. I agree with you. This is like the number 2 on my list, to be honest with you. They have not placed worse than fifth this year. We're talking pro circuit, like third on the world tour, 5th on the pro circuit. Yeah. All of last year in 12 events, they placed top 3 or top 4, I mean, only 3 times. They are a changed unit. They are a very much changed unit. They got belief. They're playing with that, and I like it. I agree.
You know what? You need to hit Vince with one of those sound effects for that pick. Yeah. There we go. See, we're going to have another sound effect for you later, Vince. But for this one,
we got reserved for you, boy.
Funny. That's funny. No, for me, it came down between Ulaanbaatar and ultimately the team that I'm going to pick. But I also want to shout out Fuengirola.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Coached by the great Marco Savage. I think that they're on the way. I want to shout out Team Toronto. I don't know why I'm so impressed with them. Maybe because I set the bar probably lower than I should. I'm going to be honest with that. I set it fairly low with Toronto, but shout out to them. But I got to go with Lehman too. I got to go with Lehman too. When you look at 7 events played, 4 final appearances, the first team on tour to win 2 Masters titles this year, the GM moves that they've made, this season, obviously we talk about Milivojevic and we talk about Simunovic, but going back to last year too, with adding Milutinovic and with Dragon Ball Z staying aboard too, for them to come together as quickly as they have, and I don't know, I know that Oob is still Oob, but I'd argue to say that Lehman might be the most consistently dominant team on the tour this year. Like Boz said, the statement they made in the opener, getting that win, 20-9 record. Just gonna give y'all some numbers. The most efficient team in the league from 1-point land with 3 or more events. The stingiest defense in the league, giving up a paltry 15.7 points per game. That is the formula of success. Question is sustainability for Lehman. Can they sustain? Because this is a long-ass season. But more than a quarter of the way through, about a third of the way through, to me, they've been the team of the league here in 2026. I got no argument with Boz. For me, it's got to be Lehman.
And Mr. Semi-Truck has been absolutely a monster, too.
Yes.
I mean, this dude may be kind of built like he belongs in an Autobot garage and he is going to transform. But, dude, rebounds, scoring, and defense. How many times we see someone with that size has a little bit of mobility, but he's just been a monster in the paint. So,
he's just
great addition.
I was sleeping on him. He hasn't come out of nowhere per se, but nobody expected George Simunovic to be this damn good, this quick within the. Look at Boz's face. No, Boz, he's averaging six a game. For the early part of the season, he was closer to 7.
I may
He's
or may
shooting
not.
a shade under 30% from 2, 70% from 1. Come on, man.
Somebody wrote an article on him being a good ad, though. I'm not lying.
No, that's not the argument. The argument isn't whether he's a good ad or not. I think most people would agree he's a good ad. But this good?
No, you're right.
He's an MVP conversation. I got to read your article. Because I want to see who you got in the MVP conversation. You got Milivojevic.
Yeah, in it, and I'll explain exactly why. If you want me to do it now, I can do it now.
No, you don't have to now. No, leave something to.
Do it later.
I want
We'll do it later.
something to be desired because I'm gonna read that article because I want maybe we discuss it on the next pod. But but I do want to hear who your surprise player is.
For me, Simunovic was on this list. I got to be honest with you. But I got to go with Nars Miezes. Nars Miezes has been an extremely pleasant surprise in the sense that last year he averaged a lackluster 4.1 points per game, couldn't be on the court together with Cam Forte due to whatever differences they had. Looked like he didn't enjoy 3x3, looked like he was just side questing out there. Now he is side questing. The man is fly fishing in Mongolia. He's riding he's drinking horse milk. He's doing all this crazy shit. Meanwhile, he's upped his scoring average from 4.1 to 6.7 points per game. Yeah. He is leading almost everybody in key assists per game. I'm talking like I made a list of all the players. I went key assists, divided them by the amount of games they played. He is over 3 key assists a game, which is crazy to think about.
Wow.
Like absolutely nuts. Like I think the closest person to him is at 2. He's at 3.2. He's setting the table for a lot of the stuff Ulaanbaatar has done. The clear improvement this team has had with his addition has been enjoyable to watch because, look, I mean, I'll ask you guys this, or at least I'll pose this. Don't we all always kind of root for Mongolians?
Yes.
As underdogs?
Yes. Admittedly, yes. Yes, we do.
Yeah. I do too. I look, one of the most enjoyable experiences of my 3x3 life has been watching the Mongolian women get better and getting a silver medal last year, which is magical. Now the men's are moving up. Now again, this is not national team stuff. Nars Miezes has obviously still ties to Latvia, but on the pro circuit, man, they are becoming one of the teams to beat. They are becoming one of the prime contenders at this point. If they get Think about it. If they had gotten that win at the Ulaanbaatar Masters, would we not talk about them as a top 5 team right now?
Yeah, we would. But
they're close.
But who knows? We might be talking about them as a top 5 team.
They might be in the somebody added them to their Power 5s last time around. All right. Anyway, so I'm going to pick Nars Miezes. I'm sorry for taking him off the board. Let's go, Kyle. Who you got?
All right, that's you almost took my pick, but fortunately for you, I'm ready to adjust. Do you happen to have a big rig sound effect? Do you have a?
Let's see.
No.
Oh no, that's not it.
Okay, no. The dude just hit a Tweety bird. Did you give me a Tweety bird instead of a damn horn? Did you give me a damn? Look.
There it is.
That'll work. That stands for the semi truck. Okay, it's George Simunovic, who I said before. For me, I thought he was a solid player. I didn't know that he was going to be an elite player and a difference maker for Lehman in the way that he's been this year. Numbers, leads the league in scoring. That's nothing new. That's been from day one. 74% from the floor, a shade under 30% from beyond the 2-point arc, and he's almost 70% at the free throw line. So, I mean, he's hovering around what we would call that gold standard in 3x3 when it comes to percentages. Big body, he's got the frame, he's got the dexterity. He's not a guy you can leave open. He gives him a vertical threat. You can't move him in the post. The only knock I would give Simunovic right now sometimes is decision making late in games. He picks up some silly fouls, but
he makes up for that though. Because
he does.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm our staff, like, they are always amazed by the fact that, and I won't even do the accent here, but they're like, man, Georgia, every time we need a big bucket late, somehow he scores, and I don't know how, which is crazy.
He's been huge, man. I know my pick is kind of obvious. The dude's leading the league in scoring, but I mean, who else could you go with? Vince?
Well, mine's the eye test. You can look at me all you want, because I'm impressed about how these players are getting better the longer in the league. And I'm going to say it's a little bit homer pick, but his versatility, I think, has increased, not from Super Saiyan 2, but Super Saiyan 3 and maybe Super Saiyan God. It's James Parrott. This guy has been stepping up a lot on the team. And if you look at the averages, he ended last year 19% from the 2-point. He is at almost 30% right now. We're 8 World Tours in. And last year, he's had, I think, over 30 blocks. He's at 17 blocks. He's still playing great defense. And now with Miami in trouble right in this moment. I think toward the tail end, and this is just me speculating, he's going to step up even more because now he's going to have to be that leading scorer. Dylan Travis will be running the offense as usual. Henry Caruso is that backup. And then we know we have B and all of them have a good time, but he's going to have to really show another gear if Miami stands a chance to be a formidable team in the World Tour. And I think for some reason he got it in his bag. He's been going to the rim more confident. He's been he's looking like Strain a little bit with the contortions. I think he's been stepping up since last year and has a chance to be even better this year.
Wow. I got to say, I didn't expect that one. I didn't think James Parrott was going to be in this conversation, but I'm not mad at it, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm saying,
pretty good.
You got a point there, Vince. Like, James should be in the discussion but maybe not a surprise because we knew about James's ability for, a time now, but certainly pleasant to see James Parrott.
It's a pleasant surprise. And we talked about last time because we see, again, we could talk about Worthy, this man is God in his own right. But the recovery defense from, again, we talk about 3x3, defense to offense like that. We talk about it, but when you see someone get a block, get the rebound, turn around, go to the rim, score, get back on defense, get another stop, get an assist, keep the team in the game, you see that with select few players in 3x3. And James Parrott and Worthy are like the top two that I've been noticing this year, and there's plenty more if I'm missing. But that's when you see the essence of this game on how fast it could be. And don't forget, we always remember, it's a 10-minute sprint. There's no breaks, and we play defense. You play defense hard. You want to get back on offense, and when you're on 5-on-5, at least you can sit in the corner for a little bit, take a breath, and go. No, you don't have that ability now. So if you go up to me like a 3-chain play, like a 3-combo play from defense, or offensive, you are elite in 3x3, and I'm seeing that more with James Parrott.
Okay. So, we wrap up with James Parrott. Pleasant surprises. Good segue because I want to keep it with Miami because they're going to be the first team we discuss in this segment. Concerned, cautious, cooked, or confident. I'll go ahead and start us this time. I'm going to go ahead and start us with Miami. I'm going to say with Miami, I don't think they're cooked, but I am concerned. I'm going to give them the concerned tag for this one. 9th in the tour standings at this point in the season. One title this year, but my concern with Miami, and I think it always will be, is the psychology of this team. It's not the ability of this team. It's not the talent of this team. It's what's between the ears of this team. And I think that they're facing maybe the biggest psychological challenge of this new generation of Miami. I don't know how Mitch Hahn or when he gets back into the rotation on the tour or whether he's out for sure. Who knows? I got concerns and questions about how quickly Riley Batton is going to be able to acclimate to the way that they play. I think if he doesn't acclimate to the way that Miami plays, fast, off-ball movement, the backdoor cuts, then they aren't going to be able to play at 100%, so to speak. Their resolve is going to be tested more than any time ever. And unfortunately, they failed the test a lot of times before when it comes to resolve, under duress, under pressure. Dylan Travis coming back off of injury, scary injury. Didn't know how long he was going to be out. Looks like he's going to be able to come back, but I don't think it cools my concern. I'm concerned. They're not cooked. But I'm certainly not cautiously optimistic, and I ain't confident. So that's my take on Miami.
I agree. I have nothing more to say. I just talked about before. James has to step up. Henry has to step up. And those are the two ones that really have to step up. Batten can do what he wants, trying to get, associated with the times. And Hahn, we already know Big Cindy can knock it down from behind the arc anytime he wants, but is it going to be consistent and when it matters? So, yeah, you're right. A lot of concern. But they're still in it.
I'm right there with you guys. And I'll break it down numbers wise, right? So the one stat Miami has improved upon is turnovers per game.
Okay.
All the other stats have regressed. They are a little bit down below their scoring average from last year. Not much. So offense is still okay. Like right around 19 a game is where they were in 2025, and they're right there. they do allow over a point more per game. So they have regressed defensively, right? Meaning, they gave up 16.5 per game last year. They give up 17.7, so almost 18 a game this year. Now, limited sample size still, but shooting efficiency hasn't dipped. So again, offense hasn't gone down. It has been more individual creation, though, because key assists have gone down. And the most important stat to me is you add Riley back. And I think in his own right, and the Champions Cup showed that, Riley is a good player. But the fit on Miami is absolutely horrendous. It doesn't work so far. And maybe, and again, Kyle, you mentioned he has to adjust. Maybe that is what it is, but it has just not been good. They have regressed about just over a full rebound per game while adding a big body that's supposed to shore up the boards. Again, his presence in the middle means they have dropped their key assists per game by over like almost a full key assist. So the backdoor cuts aren't working, meaning they are more reliant on James Parrott to create their shots, which I don't mind. James is a good player in his own right, but I don't think that's the way Miami wins their games. I think when Miami wins their games is when they have the ball going around, when they have the shot going, when they play momentum flow style basketball, which means you have to have a certain mindset and you have to play a certain way. And Riley, from the start, from the get-go, hasn't fit the profile, and they haven't adjusted to either him or he hasn't adjusted to them. I am very, very concerned with Miami, especially with Dylan Travis, the only one that can orchestrate an offense. Now out with an injury that could last for a long time. Now, mind you, he's not old, but he's not a spring chicken anymore. And a bad ankle injury will set you back a while, and it'll keep you hobbled for quite a bit. Now, luckily for Miami, there's a large break in this stretch of the season, so that might benefit them. But they need to show some improvement and quickly, because otherwise we go from concerned to potentially
cooked. Yeah, well, that was a seething synopsis there, Boz. I thought at the end of that you was going to say cooked, because everything you said sounded like cooked.
I still have. Look, we've seen it in Zadar, right? We saw it in Zadar, so it's not gone. The identity for this team, it's not disappeared. It just hasn't been good, and I'm curious because look, they're a full-time program now. That's a big adjustment for the guys who used to just come together like a week before the tournaments. Now they go at it full time. They practice continuously. But you spoke about mindset, Kyle, and I think the one thing that the added pressure that they faced this year isn't just from USA basketball expecting results. It's from Team Phoenix. Phoenix is right behind them. They practice against them every single day. There's obviously a bunch of talented guys, so they feel pressure from both sides now. They didn't do well as Team USA in the World Cup. Phoenix is right there trying to kick their ass every single day with a bunch of talented dudes. USA basketball expects more, so now they have to deal with all that. And they go at it full time instead of going back home to your wife and kids and chilling.
Well, it's that competition too, because you're looking on the horizon. The Olympics coming up in LA in 2 years, right? And these guys are competing for spots. So, managing that dynamic too, and that also playing a mental role in what they're doing this year, it just adds more weight. So the concern is mutual. Vince, you agreed?
100%, because I'm going to keep repeating and over again. We saw what happened in Tokyo. Oh, yeah, we didn't see nothing in Tokyo. You didn't get there. Oh, we saw what happened in Paris. You had Captain America, your secret weapon, tear everything off his hip. Now you're home. You're home. And it's street ball. Don't get us. The essence of 3x3 is street ball. You want to go back to Duke Tango, main event, Spider, Ayo, Skip to my Lou. But now we got a ref. So if you don't perform here, what does that say about basketball in the States? Not just with 3x3, but the essence of the game. You got to show out, and you got to put the best people on the floor.
Boz mentioned Phoenix. They were the next team on the hot seat. Boz, you can go first on this one.
Boz has some stuff. He got the tea.
Are you concerned? Are you cautious? Are they cooked? Or are you confident in Team Phoenix with 2 World Tour stops, 1 appearance in the main draw?
Okay, so I was leaning concerned, but I'm between concerned and cooked, actually. And I'll explain exactly why. on the surface, Phoenix has done all right, right? For an adjustment into 3x3, a bunch of new guys coming into the game, very talented guys, obviously. So we've seen the talent. What they've lacked is late game management. They have not figured out 3x3 acumen yet. So late game, they have been horrendous. Kyle, you remember that game in Amsterdam when they were up on I think?
Yeah.
They had that game. It was like 19-16, and they didn't do anything for the last minute but force shots and turn it over.
And complain to the officials.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That play still warrants. I would even lean like confident because they're new and they're adjusting. The reason why I'm going concerned or even cooked at this point is because of this. Kyle Guy has signed a contract with Tenerife in the ACB League in Spain. Rumor has it Joe Wieskamp has signed somewhere, and he will sign somewhere soon. Eric Dixon is in the NBA G League and now acting in the summer league of the NBA for the Utah Jazz, meaning they have left Malik Halujawecki, Devin Gilligan, and Eric Demers, and that is it. I love Demers. He is really, really, really good, and I hope he sticks around the game. I really do. But they need a fourth player, and until they find one, and I've heard rumors. I won't put them out on the podcast yet. I'll tell you guys off screen. Don't worry.
Okay.
But
right.
I won't put them out on the podcast yet. I've heard rumors of who that fourth player is going to be. Until they sign anybody, somebody that can actually be on the court, I am concerned, and they might be cooked. I mean, if they sign a bad fourth player, do you see Halujawecki, Demers, and Gilligan do anything in a world tour?
I was gonna ask both your opinion. What is No shade. Give all shade. What is Gilligan doing on that team? Like,
Hey.
what is?
No,
I don't mind him. He's
I
pretty
like
good.
Gilligan.
He's
I
good.
like him. I like Devin Gilligan. He's their enforcer, man.
Yeah.
He's tough. He's a great defender. He's a hustle man. He's the most experienced, well, outside of Halujawecki. He's got 3x3 experience, so I'm not mad about him being on the team.
Non-stop motor too. There's a lot to like, man, with Gilligan. It's just his role will never be as pronunciated as Demers or Guy, who just get the ball in their hands and get to cook.
I want him to do more. I want him to do more.
You got
Just
to you got to look at his skill set, right? His attributes.
Yeah.
He's not going to score a bunch of points, Vince. He is a true to blue glue guy.
Yep.
That's what he does. He's the role guy, man.
And before we continue, can I just have an opinion? Because y'all were there. Versus Phoenix game, you mentioned it. What happened that Brankovic went off? Brankovic never loses composure and went insane. So I thought it was toward Gilligan, and that's why I was like, yo, what is Gilligan doing on the team? That's what I was asking. No. But then I see it was for Wieskamp. What did he say that he was ready to go off? That I thought you guys knew. I want to know.
We don't know what was said, but Gilligan came in defense of his teammate again as the enforcer, right?
That's all I could give you.
And
props.
we thought it was going to end on the court, but they had to send some staff reinforcements behind stage, right?
Oh yeah,
because they was about to get active. And I think it was Gilligan who was going to be the one who was really activating. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's from Florida. They breed some different people down there.
I had a nickname for Gilligan. I'm gonna call him Blanca from Street Fighter because I thought this dude was going to get electric on that because the way he stood there, but that's what I was bringing him up because I see his stats, but I see what he does also. But it's one of them things like, yeah, you could be the glue guy, but I know you have more in you, bro. And for him to just not be scared of nobody, I was like, yo, but
bro, he's from the deep south, man. He done wrestled alligators. He done, bro, come on now. He's different. Okay, but here's my synopsis on Phoenix. I am between cautious and cooked. I know that's a wide range. Cautiously optimistic, and cooked. Okay, so 19th in the standings. They finished 6th in Amsterdam. We talked about how they ended that tournament. My concerns are similar to what Boz's are. It's late game management, decision making. It's composure under duress. The fact that they don't have a lot of 3x3 experience is glaring. The defensive rotations to me are concerning too. I mean, with Kyle Guy, I guess maybe without Kyle Guy going forward, depending on if we're going to even see him again. They need some more time in the crock pot, man. They need to let these ingredients marinate, simmer, come to a boil before they can really come together. They aren't there yet. For 2026, I would say they're cooked. I don't see them making the top 12. I don't see them competing at the World Tour Final this year. Depending on who they get as that fourth player, I am cautiously optimistic about Phoenix going forward.
Okay. You took the words out of my mouth. If the man buys didn't give me the information about people going to different, I was there too. And everything you said, it's just experience. It's just XP. They get more. You already talk about guys, Slim Shady must stand up. I was talking about him off screen with Boz. This man can create a shot out of nothing. He can make a 5-course meal with 2 pebbles, an acorn, and a stick. Like, he is one of those talented players in 3x3 if he plays it more. Gilligan and Enforcer is great. Demers great. So, and then with Wisekamp, I didn't know much about him, but yeah, he's good too. But again, it's the same thing when you watch someone like Oob or Amsterdam, the intricacies of 3x3. When you learn how to come off the hit, what can you hit? How can you do? That's when you become a dominant team.
And also the way that the game is officiated, the physicality. I see a lot of complaining with the officials, and that just lets me know that they haven't adjusted to it. Hasn't clicked with them yet. Like the difference between playing 5-on-5 and playing 3x3. It's a completely different game. So when you make those mental miscues and you get that extra tech late in the game when you're ahead a few points, that shifts the momentum. That could be the difference in you winning or losing a game in 3x3. And we've seen some of those mistakes that have cost them this year. Maybe they remedy it by the end of this season, but I stand on what I said. I don't see them at the World Tour Final this year, but I think next season we'll see a much better Phoenix team. So
if they get the same guys,
so they're cooked cautiously.
Cautiously.
They're cautiously cooked. That's what they are.
All right. Who's
Vienna.
the next team?
It's Vienna, and it's you, Vince. Vienna.
Oh, yes,
Vienna.
Vince, let's do it.
Oh, man. Come on. Don't do this to me.
Watch this man go and say he's optimistic.
Are you concerned with Vienna?
I'm concerned. I'm very concerned. I'm concerned. Okay, taking out the Carlton brothers. Big man is still trying much, but they're the team that I love to root for. Yes, I'm a huge Fabio Sohail fan, and I'm looking at you. I ain't saying I'm very concerned. I'm very concerned. Okay.
No. Cool. Sound it out, bro. You want to say it? Just do it. Cool. Can you do it? Just do it.
Mom, he's bullying me. He's bullying me.
He's absolutely right.
I'm not touching you. Yes. Okay.
Them dudes in the potluck.
They're looking like they're a lobster that's way too rubbery. Okay, they be in the bottom a little bit too much. Okay, it's coming to a point. But look, you look at the games that they're in. They're not losing by like crazy amounts. They get 21-15, 21-16, but then they're right there, 21-19, 20-21. It's just finishing. They're not able to finish. So there's still a great dish that I'll order at a restaurant that's going down in stars. But yes, they are cooked in a way that I see them. I know I'm gonna keep mine. I'm not taking none. I'm gonna be my own man. As I said, I'm concerned. I still think they have a chance. They still have to put 2 things together. They can't be fighting amongst each other. That's the one thing they have to stop. I don't know what's going on in the camp, but when I saw that, I forgot which tour, which tour is one, where they were going in at each other. I think
you're actually thinking the World Cup.
World Cup, yeah, the World Cup.
Yeah,
World Cup. That's when you break down in 3x3. When your chemistry is, and Boz knows this much better than me, when it's off an ion, off an element, off a proton, that can become an explosion. They have to recalibrate. If they don't recalibrate, it's gonna be not only a cooking, it'll be an atomic explosion. And I'm telling you, you're gonna nuke that steak, and it's gonna be too hard to bite into. They have to start.
That's when we need that sound effect.
I don't have that one.
Okay, you don't have that one. All right, Vince, you won't say it. Damn it. I'll go ahead and say it then. For Vienna this year, I'm cautious. See, I thought I was going to say cooked. I am cautious about Vienna this year. They're 14th in the standings. I know they lose the Carlton Brunner brothers, but let's be honest. Steven's a great energy guy. He's not really a 3x3 player, is he though? Is he really a hooper? Losing Nico means obviously a hell of a lot more. This is a former MVP of the Europe Cup, right? They do get Enes Murati back, right? Are y'all forgetting how good Enes Murati was
nice.
for them before
Can somebody talk to me about is Colton Brunner off the squad?
I don't know if he's off the squad. I got the news from
I
you.
know from the official rosters, they dropped Stefan Kaltenbrunner, right?
Yeah, the brother was gone. That's what
Nico's still there.
Not Nico. Nico's still there.
Okay. All right. So good.
brother.
I misread that. So Nico's so that only reinforces my stance on Vienna as cautious. I'm cautious with them. Right now they're on the outside looking in. Long season ahead, but it's all going to be hinged on how good Murati is. It's been a hell of a long time since we've seen E Nice on the floor. But when E Nice is on the floor, he nice. I mean, he extends the floor for him. Long range shooting has been sporadic for yes. Don't give me that look, boss. He does.
He can knock it down, Boz. Come on.
You are absolutely
he can
right
knock it down.
You're right in a vacuum. The dude took a job this year. They are grasping at straws. They bring in Mr. Robot first to fix their issue, and then they bring Murati back from fucking retirement, bro. Grasping at straws is what they're doing.
I've never seen Boz.
All right, fine. I didn't do it. He went concerned. I went cautious. What, you gonna go cook, boss?
No, I'm not. They're not.
What you doing then?
Yeah, but they're close. They're damn close, bro. Kaiser Smar and Wiener Schnitzel, you name it, they're close. They are absolutely no. I'll explain why. Look, again, I'll back it up with numbers. This unit, when they were good in 2024, as I need to remind you guys, they had a 12-14 record in 2025. They were not a great team last year.
No.
And when they were good in 2024, they shot the covers off the Wilson. First of all, they defended like their life depended on it. Mm-hmm. They can't stop nobody right now. They're giving up 19 a game, bro. In of course 10 games only, but they have a 3-7 record. That is ridiculous. They score a point and a half less than they give up. Yeah. They bring back Murati, yes, and he is in a vacuum a great player. I have to agree with you, Kyle. And I was fucking around, but and I'm cursing with you. But they bring back Murati after I think he retired. At least he was quiet. He wasn't there. He wasn't in practice.
Everything on him was quiet. I didn't know if he was off the team. I didn't know if he was hurt.
I thought he was hurt.
They sub out the Colton Brunner bro, who again I like the energy he brought. I don't think they adjusted well to his presence. He did some things and now he's gone. But what mainly concerns me is the fact that all of their shooting numbers are way down. We're talking they went from 66% from 1 down to 60, 33% from 2 down to 28. Free throw percentage has gone from 71 to 59. Their key assists per game are down from almost 3 to 1.7. They don't play together. We've seen them fight a couple of times now amongst themselves. Mm-hmm. I don't like the vibes with this squad. I think the one thing that could fix them, to be honest with you, is for Mathias Lenortner to get his ass up out of the coaching chair and get back on the court.
That's a fact.
I think they're one Mathias Lenortner away from being connected again and potentially being able to compete again. Yeah. But again, his injury, I don't have an update for you. I thought he was going to be back this year. He might still be after this 5-week break. Let's see. And then they have to move a player off their roster to get him back in. Ooh, so maybe Murati is only here for summer break because I think he has a teaching job. I don't know. Okay. This is just guesswork, right? But again, I'm very concerned with Vienna. But if they can't turn this around, like they are out of the top 10, they are out of the top 15. They might be down in the top 20.
Yeah, you know what? We should have saved this segment for after All-Star break because then we can make a determination distinctive.
So who's gonna
be
there? Yeah.
But I thought you was going with cooked. Fine. This is an interesting team. This next team that I put on the list, Crvena Zvezda. The young Serbians, right? Okay. Came out of the gates roaring, fourth in Shanghai. Couple of double-digit results since then. They lost Vukicevic, I believe, in Amsterdam, right, to a knee injury. I did get news this weekend that he's recovering well, so he is going to return this year. I thought this might be a year that they could be a dark horse team that might crack the top 12. But I'm going to say for this year, I'll make it easy. I'll say that Crvena Zvezda is cooked.
Yes, I agree. I have nothing to add.
Okay, so
I miss you, Vuk. Vuk, I hope you do better.
Not much controversial now. Okay, all right, fine. We'll get to the last team real quick then. Radon Vars Hop Trends, gentlemen. We're not used to seeing them so low in the World Tour standings, right? We're 8 Masters in. They're 12, so they're in there, but they're a fringe team. We see Evaldis Jalgas go down late in the final in Marseille, right? They end up finishing runners-up. Scary ankle injury. I reached out to him earlier, and I asked him how the ankle was coming along. He says he expects to be back within a week or so.
A week?
A week or so, right?
What injections is he getting?
I don't know. Maybe he's cautiously optimistic when it comes to
that cold beet soup for you, bro.
that pink soup they be eating up there.
Yep.
But I wanted to throw them in the conversation, considering the fact that they're 12, considering that the Jalgas injury may or may not be more significant than what he's admitting. Boz, how you feel about Radon Vars Hop Trends? Cooked, concerned, cautious, or confident?
So, after Marseille, I was actually going to go with confident. I'm going to go cautious, but confident, we're close. Reason is, and especially with Jalgas now, nearing his return apparently, these guys can't hit the side of a big red barn from 2 at all this year. They are atrocious from 2. We're at sub 20%. We're talking, let me check the stats here. They are 18 for 116 from 2-point land, which is 16%. That is absolutely obnoxious. But they still managed to turn their year around with a good result in Marseille. They imposed their will. They imposed their style on a bunch of teams. They did manage to shoot it a little bit in the final game of that tournament because they were like 1 of 20 to that point. Mm-hmm. And I think with Jalgas back, they can still do what they are best at, which is shoot the ball under the basket, score there. I think Vaitkus has been a nice add. He is working his way into the team. They're still trying to figure out what lineups work with him. They're still adjusting to his presence. The one concerning thing is the fact that they almost turn it over 6 times per game. If they shore that up, and with a break they have now, they're going to go back to practice. They're going to work all this stuff out. I think we should be optimistic about them in the sense that Okelis came into the season injured. They lost Beljavic to injury. Jalgas is now hurt, and they still managed to get a second place in Marseille. The reason I'm cautious is because if they can't hit shots the rest of the year, they're not winning much. But they showed in Marseille they can win or get damn close to winning without even trying or without even hitting anything because they are just so strong and so physical and so tough inside. So slightly cautious, but mainly optimistic and mainly confident.
I'll say, okay, go ahead, Vince. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna agree with Boss. I'm still cautious with them because he said they just turned that switch of shooting better. It's fine, but the thing is that you can't beat 2s with 1s. It's never been. The math don't math like that. And I'm looking at one person, and again, I'm a fan. I've always been a fan. Flight mode. You're 0 for 14 from the field, brother. Real brothers say real shit. Get your shit together. You see the shit over there? The shit over there, under your bed, above you? I need you to get all that shit together and start doing some shit. Because I know you can get to the rim. I know you can go above the rim. We need you to shoot, okay? You can do it. Big fellas are going to rebound for you. We were talking about this with Miami. Miami works better when there's a consistent offensive motion. And guess what? When there's pass, and shot, and there's long rebounds, you got Henry Caruso and Mithan and Batten to clean it up. That's why you got the big fellas under there for. Bukelis is going to do that for you. The Uzi man going to do that for you. But you also got to make the shots when you're open. He turns on that, fine. But then Jalgis, if this man comes back, I'm going to call him the Targaryen. This man got dragon blood. This man recovery is Wolverine status. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. He looks like a Targaryen, too. If he would watch a Game of Thrones, we have to change it.
I actually thought about giving a nickname that was related to that, but that's a fact.
That's funny.
Okay. I'm going to go with confident, man. I'm going to go with confident on Round of Guards,
okay.
man. Yeah, I'm confident. This is going to be a team that's going to play in the World Tour Final. They're going to be a contender to win it all this year. I think when it's all said and done, when they're fully healthy, I see a lot of upside with Vaidkus. The more experience he gets with this team, the more he settles in, the better they're going to be. Shout out to Marius Uzupis, man. Uzi is a fucking gamer, man. Yeah. Uzi, they count him out. They bring him in when he's called upon. Uzi comes and hoops. I don't care how ugly the J is. It goes down. He plays hard. He plays with heart. I know flight mode is struggling right now, but Modestus has never been a shooter. Make no mistake about it. He's never been a shooter. He's an energy guy. He's a defense guy. He's a rebound guy. He's a highlight guy, right? I think eventually he's going to get back to that. Bukelis is going to continue to be dominant. Yeah, they're 12th now. Come season end, this team is not going to be 12th in the standings. They're going to be one of the top 6, top 5 teams in the league. And again, they're going to contend for a World Tour Final title this year.
Hey, man, I think you're right. Even ugly Jays can be winners. One of them dating Beyonce.
Anyway. Press the bomb. Press that bomb.
Wait. Oh, no.
Yo.
Hey.
Not that one. That's a bar.
Okay.
That was it for these teams, no?
That wraps up that
segment.
It. We got another good segment, though. This is the All-Star selection. I mean, because we're technically kind of calling this the All-Star break because the NBA's All-Star break isn't exactly a mid-season, right? It's a little bit off. So I thought it'd be appropriate for us to go with an All-Star break team.
Yeah.
Vince, you got 4 lined up. I think is your screen frozen, Vince?
No, I'm still here. Can you see me? I'm moving.
Boss, can you? I can see him, but his face is frozen.
No,
I can see him. No, that's your internet, bro. That's your cricket internet in Hungary.
All right.
That's fine.
That's
okay.
The dialogue. Okay, even though I can't see you, I can still hear you. You got
that's all that matters.
Give me your 4. Give me your 4-man All-Star team selection.
I did this and I realized I don't got a guard, but it said positionless, so I was like, all right, cool.
Positionless.
Look, first person I'm gonna give, and I think the crop duster, Nicholas Crop. This man deserves to be on this All-Star team. Skyliners in general, how many times have they just had 3 players and still whooping ass? Putting PTA with 3 players. It's ridiculous. All of a sudden, I got to give it to your man, and I got to give credit to the future. Fabian Giesman has been stepping up immensely. That rebound, 2-hand standing dunk he had in the finals against Ant, I said, Lord, this dude has been eating his Wheaties. He's been eating the strudel. He's been eating whatever you could say, pause, big meat in Germany. This dude has been...
Whoa. Whoa. Wait a minute. Wait a second here. You can't pause your way through that one. You're not going to get on this podcast and say the man has been eating big meat. What? What the hell is big meat? What the hell?
Larry Uber.
Tell me what big meat is. What is
whooping work?
A cheeseburger? What is that?
A steak, a T-bone steak.
No, man. We ain't going to do that. We're not going to do that one. Okay.
What is wrong with you guys? What is wrong with you guys?
What? The man's been eating, okay? We're gonna pretend like that didn't. We're gonna pretend like that wasn't said. Okay.
Giesman has been working. He put on that protein.
Okay, that's good. That's legal. That's a legal conversation. Good.
Then also, I got to give it to my man, James Parrott. I'm gonna do it right now. James Parrott. He's on my all because he's just been stepping up on that defense again with that motor. And then Optimus Prime, semi truck. You know, Dorje Simonovic. This man again. You cannot expect him to be this good. We did not expect him to be this impactful. I don't care who was saying. You said it before in the beginning of the pod. But the man is proof in the pudding. This man has put extra sprinkles on that. He's made a sundae, and he is just cooking, eating, and delivering. And sometimes them things in the kitchen don't be working properly, but he is dishing out these 5-course meals and bringing them to the promised land. So that's my top 5.
I like it.
Top 4, sorry.
So Semyonovic,
Yep.
Giesman,
Crop,
Crop,
and Parrott.
and Parrott. All right.
Yep.
Look at Dr. Bosnick. What's up, Bosnick? Nope. I'm going next, Boz. I'm going to jump in front of you. I know that you're going to damn well steal mine.
Go ahead.
All right. Okay. I got to start my all-star team with none other than Doc Strange. It's not about the numbers per se with Doc Strange. He's a little bit under 6 points per game. But like you said earlier, Vince, the eye test. Doc Strange is playing at a level this year, man. When they need Doc Strange, he's shown maturity. He's gotten to the bucket. What did he average? They just won the Challenger in Spain, right?
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
He gets MVP there. Picked up MVP in their last Masters win.
Yep.
Averaged like 10 a game throughout that tournament. Yeah. Strange is out of Strange.
His finals in Marseille was crazy, bro. He scored 11 out of the first 11 points for Ub in the final game, which is just, or was it the final game? I don't even know. It was crazy.
But tell me that ain't dialing back the clock a little bit for Strahinja. Like we hadn't seen that Strahinja in, I'd say, at least a year, maybe 2 years. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's had a mentality shift. I don't know if it's the fact that Dejan Majstorovic is back, but he's done a lot. Him and Naranjic have carried Ub to success this year. And if he hadn't played it, if he hadn't stepped his game up a couple of notches, then I don't think Ub is going to be having the success that they have. Doc Strange, first on my all-star list. Number 2, the hype has been real. It's him. It's hype-worthy. 7.2 a game. We haven't seen him since the ankle injury in Amsterdam. But to me, he's still the cream of the crop, man. He's must-see 3x3 TV. He's the most dynamic, most exciting player in the sport to watch. He's on my all-star team, no question. Then it's Giesman. It's the Gies monster. 8.7 a game. I know 3 events, small sample size. It seems like we always say that when it comes to that team, small sample size. But 8.7 points a game. Most dominant player, pound for pound, in the sport. I think the future of the game, the future's on the list. And last but not least, it's NK47, the crop duster, Nicholas Crop. Nicholas Crop, 30% from Tulane, leads the league in block shots, not just about offense with him. 1 turnover a game and over 6 points per game. He was going to be my pleasant surprise to start off this podcast, but I wanted to save him for this segment. Nick Crop, at this point in the season, he's been one of the 5 best players in the league. He's in the MVP conversation, and he rounds out my All-Star 4.
Okay. All
right.
I can go about this in a couple different ways, but let me do this first. I agree with almost all of your picks because these guys are all worth this discussion and worth to be mentioned in it. I think you guys are missing out on the gladiator, though. I think Milivojevic, when it comes to Lehman, I looked at player value per game, right? So what you contribute across the board. Milivojevic's numbers this year are very, very Stojic-esque. In the sense that he puts a lot of pressure on the rim with his drives. He's actually over 2 key assists a game.
I think he leads the league in key assists, right?
Yeah, he's at 53.
Yeah.
He shoots it at an extremely high clip compared to last year. Remember, he was 19% from 2 last year on a fading Partizan unit. He's 29% from 2 this year. Now, his scoring has dipped slightly, but he's become more efficient. He's been, more involved in key assisting. It's always a difficult discussion between him and Simunovic because Simunovic scores more, maybe more visible at times. But I think when you look at, again, player value per game is an accumulative stat of all the stats in 3x3. Milivojevic is at 7 point, I want to say 8. Let me pull it up here because, again, I just wrote this article, so I got it on hand. Yeah, he's at 7.6. Simunovic is close to 6 in that. So he's almost 2 points a game better than Georgia Simunovic. So I'd say Simunovic belongs in the discussion. I think Norris Miezes belongs in this discussion.
Yeah.
It's very limited sample size, but his player value is over 10 a game, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Right? But I think the other way to approach this is more fun. So that was the statistical case.
Okay.
But it's an all-star team. I want to have some fun.
There you
I
go.
want to see some cool shit. I want to see. I want to see some dunks. I want to see some ridiculous stuff. So give me Worthy.
Yeah.
Give me Denzel Ajiman because he'll yam on.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
And he's had a good year.
Yeah, he has.
Give me Kyle Guy because he can create his own shot and he can break you down and with the shiftiness and the fades and everything. And then last, give me James Parrott, please. Give me James Parrott for trying to get him on the pool and getting you. But bro, a block and a half per game. James Parrott in an all-star game is going to protect the paint somehow.
Okay. So you got a highlight team. You got a highlight team.
Yes, please.
But your all-stars are your best players. So stats do matter.
Bro, no one wants to see Rudy Gobert in an all-star game, bro, and he's a great defender. Stop that. I need to have some fun. I need people to be able to watch this instead of eating dry bread.
Oh, I like that. I like your all-star selection. You know what? We should pose this question to the fans. Out of each one of our all-star teams, who wins? Who wins? I got Crop. I got Worthy. I got Giesman. I got Strange. I got highlights and I got stats. Boz got highlights.
I got points. I got points all in the paint.
That's a good one. This is a good one.
That's a good one. All right, okay. Last segment, gentlemen. This segment is called "Don't Call It a Comeback." All right, and this is it's kind of a mixed segment, right? These are players who have reemerged either from obscurity, just not playing well, like say Norris Miezes, or from injury. Out of these 5 guys, who has been the most impressive? And I'll start with you, Vince. Out of these 5 guys, Norris
we got to name the 5 guys. Yeah, well, go ahead.
Norris Miezes, right? With Ulaanbaatar and what he's done in helping that organization and what they've done this year, right?
Yep.
Dejan Majsorovic, who was out almost a calendar year with what a lot of people consider to be maybe a career-ending injury, right? Yep. He's come back in the small sample size we've seen from the Maestro. Carlos Lasmanis. I think I put him in here more so for his World Cup performance.
Yep, that's
more
my notes.
so than the World Tour.
Yeah,
I'm in with that.
Yeah.
I threw Florian Windler in here. Because Florian never gets no burn. But in his time with the Skyliners, I don't know if y'all looked at his numbers.
Yep.
That's why I put the Lumberjack in here. And then last, Vuk Borovichanin of Team Hangzhou, who are one of our Masters winners so far this year.
Yeah. See, last minus my boy Batman, but that's from the World Cup. I'm watching Majstorovic. He's moving a little bit slower, but he's still shooting at a decent clip. This man is hitting big-time shots. You were talking about it on the broadcast, Boz. Second World Finals and still tying it up when things are on the line. They still lose that matchup. But against Barcelona, which, by the way, we got to talk about Spain sooner or later because them teams are coming in like cockroaches.
Sure.
You know, it's crazy.
But before we continue, sorry, I got to ask you guys this. I mean, I don't think I did a great job calling this on the broadcast because I was so caught off guard by it. But did y'all see Neil Bria cross Kasper Augustinen off the screen?
I did. I did.
He looked so disappointed in himself, too.
And Kasper knew he was in trouble. On his ass, and he just sat there. He just sat there and let it marinate. He said, "Damn it, this is going to be on the highlights for a while."
Yes, for sure.
Sometimes you accept your defeat. Sometimes you just go like, you know what? This is an L. I got an L.
But Neil Bria with the cross, I didn't see that coming at all, and he just went skirt and put a man on the floor.
So, like I said, we can talk about the Spanish team. And to me, I think it's Norris Miezis. I think he's taken this Ulaanbaatar team to another level. We just talked about it in the beginning of the pod. But what he's doing on the court is the old school Robin S going into Nightwing. He has a name now as the Maze. I mean, his stats are still pretty solid. And the one thing I love about it is that Ulaanbaatar, the Mongolians, have accepted him. That was an enemy for how long? You hated to see Latvia. You hated to see Riga. But now you have this addition. You're going, you know what? This is one of the gems. This is one of the power stones. This is on the gauntlet for Thanos. And you know what? We're snapping back into action. And for him to come back as strong as he is, I give it to the Maze, Norris Miezis.
It's a mutual benefit, right? Because I think in a way Ulaanbaatar are saving Norris's 3x3 career. I mean, I think his legacy is solidified. He's done everything, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think he wanted to ever leave the game the way he's played the last couple of seasons. Like Bob said, he's noticeably unhappy, not playing at a high level. You know, when you want to leave with a bang, right? And what better organization to do it with than the perennial underdogs of Ulaanbaatar? He becomes a player coach for them. All of a sudden he's turned back the clock. He's hooping like the 2021 Norris Miezis. Maybe he lifts them to, heights they've never seen before, right? And then he ends his career riding off into the sunset.
On a horse.
It could be the perfect situation.
On a horse, and as we talked about the perfect stats,
right,
69%. Yep, on a horse. 69% from one, 35% from two. So this man is shooting. He is going to the hole. This man is still averaging almost 7 points per game. And I don't know if Steve Kerr is still out there in Ulaanbaatar giving the credits to Mongolians. If Steve Kerr somehow takes his energy and then gives that shooting ability into Norris Miezis, think about the drills he's teaching him right now. Bruh.
There can only be one out of this list, which is Norris Miezis, in my opinion. But anyway.
Really? Yeah. That's not my pick.
I'm curious to hear your pick, as all of them, again, legit names in this conversation. And I would even add, like, Milivojevic shooting better from two. I would add Thibaut Vervoort after a year's absence, being back on Toronto, averaging 5.5 per. I would add even Brian Volk. I don't think he's done well this year, but he's back. He's playing for Los Angeles. But the bigger picture to me is the fact that the Mongolian dudes out there that run this stuff know exactly what they are doing. Mm-hmm. Norris Miezis is the key ingredient to their resurgence this year from Ulaanbaatar. He is exactly what they needed. Like, to everything he provides is something they were missing. The shooting, the playmaking, the driving, the veteran leadership, the defense, the feisting. I can name you 20 more things. And think about it. On the women's end, Ulaanbaatar Amazons are in first in the women's series right now.
Yep.
Getting a stop and doing really well with Steve Kerr being a part of that program as well. So they've gotten the coach to lift the teams. They've gotten the players to lift the teams. I mean, the sky's the limit at this point, right? They got the financial means to organize whatever they want to organize at this point. So I just want to give credits to that group of people organizing out there.
Front office of the year and last year too.
Oh, yeah.
They are the premier front office, and it started. Forget player personnel. I mean that came along too with adding Norris. It started with Steve Kerr. It started with recognizing Steve Kerr's ability as a coach, coming out of retirement as a player. Selecting him as the coach was the first step, and he's changed everything. They bring on Norris to the men's team now. We see what the women are doing. Yes. But I'm going to pick somebody different, guys.
Okay. Curious.
I'm going to go with Dejan Majstorovic. Maestro. In limited play, right? He just came back. But he's 35% from two already. He's the most deadly shooter in the sport, in the game, in the history of the game. But it's the eye test for me. Like, Ub has looked unsettled. And they've won in spite of themselves. They've had to will themselves to win. Wins. Going back to last year after losing Majstorovic, it seemed like this was a team without a captain, a team that Strahinja wasn't ready to be the emotional leader of yet. He's the most talented player. He's the best player on the team. But they didn't have that player coach to steady the ship. I saw an immediate difference when Dejan Majstorovic returned to this team. I saw an immediate upgrade. We liked the addition of Kila Kaludetovic this offseason. Oop fans were hoping that he could step into that role that Majstorovic left and kind of fill the gap. It's night and day. Majstorovic is not only shooting the ball well. Have y'all watched how the man is playing defense? The effort defensively. I know he almost got his knees and his ankles broken. I'm not going to get into that part. I know that he almost got his.
He's still moving slower. It's the effort too, but he's still.
No.
He's not as quick. He's not as quick. He's still there. He's not as quick.
Maestro but he's trying. He's moving.
Yes.
The effort is there. The endurance is there. The mentality is there. For me, that means the most to me. The mentality is there. He's getting after it, and I think he's gonna be the difference for Uv this year. I'm giving this one to Dejan Majstorovic.
Okay, he was on my notes.
Very valid point. I think that leaves us with one more order of business, gentlemen.
What is that?
It is the most difficult exercise I have done, and I've written an article on the midseason MVP race just yesterday. It is the Power Fives.
Oh, man.
It took me an hour today, at least.
I'm not first. I'm telling you right now. I'm not first. I'm not prepared.
Vince, you want to go first?
I'll bite the bullet. I'm going to bite the bullet. That's what comedians do. Kyle, you know what it is. Because it was hard for me. Woo! All right. God dang, man. Look. I got it. All right. I know it's like, so number 5, because of what they're doing, I got to give it to Basket Bombs. Basket Bombs at my number 5. Right below is the Skyliners, as I told you before, with them 3 just monsters, but Basket Bombs. Number 4, I'm giving to Ulaanbaatar. I'm doing it. They finally reached my top 5. Ulaanbaatar in my top 5. What they've been doing, gotta give it to Amsterdam. Amsterdam's my 3. Amsterdam is still in my top 5. You know, Boz is probably happy with that. He probably thinks it should be higher.
Early in the morning, isn't it, Vince?
It's an early morning?
It's quite early in the morning there, because that brain fog might still be with you. With Amsterdam, Amsterdam has not had a good result in weeks. But anyway, keep going.
No, you're right.
But I'm going to say Lehman, number 2, and Oob, number 1.
Right.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. Boz is going to criticize this one for sure. He's going to criticize this one for certain, but I got to go with it. At number 5, remember, Power 5 is more about what have you done for me lately, right? This is a team that I didn't think I was going to put in.
If you're doing what I think you're doing,
I am. I didn't think I was going to put them in the Power 5, but they're trending upwards, guys, and I'm going to go with Le Bleu, Toulouse.
Toulouse.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. 4th and 5th in the last 2 Masters, Ulaanbaatar and Marseille. So we're talking about recent bodies of work. That's pretty much it. Segala's playing great. Suhar's playing well. I know they just lost Paul Joko to an ankle injury. He's going to be out for some time. But I think they're going to be able to recover.
Injury, no?
Huh? Oh, yeah, shoulder injury. Yeah, so many ankle injuries. Shoulder injury. Argue with somebody else. I'm putting them in the top 5 this week. Oh, number 4. Oh, shoot. Who did I have at number 4? Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, number 4. When I'm tripping. Ulaanbaatar.
Okay.
Ulaanbaatar.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Three top 3 results on the tour this year. I got to rock with them. Obviously coming off the runners-up in their own backyard. Number 3. Oh, God. Man.
Here we go.
No.
Yeah. What'd you pick? You said that Amsterdam was number 1 Vienna. They came in second, and you say you did nothing a couple of weeks? Yeah. Why Amsterdam there? Huh?
Last time we saw Amsterdam, They finished 7th, and that was in Ulaanbaatar. That was a couple of weeks
Well, they
ago.
played Cáceres last weekend and they finished in 8th.
Oh, see,
I'm
yeah.
taking challengers into account here, fellas.
Oh, okay.
see,
All
I'm
right.
not- okay. No, if we're taking challengers into account, then I'm just going to make a slight alteration. Then I'm going to
Okay.
put Baskets Bond at 4. I'm going to put Ulaanbaatar at 3.
Okay.
Right, because
Okay.
Baskets Baskets Bond just finished runners up. Am I right?
Yep.
All right.
They were 3rd in Cáceres. Yeah.
Okay.
Third.
That's
But
that's
still
good enough.
top.
That's good enough. That's good enough. All right. So Toulouse, Baskets Bond, Ulaanbaatar. Now it comes down between Oob and Lehman on who I want to put at 2 and 1. Lehman's got to be 2. They did just win the Novi Sad Quest to qualify for Manama, but it's a quest.
Mm-hmm.
World Tour, Marseille Masters champs, Oob at 1. That's my power 5.
Oh, I got some criticism for you guys, but it's all good. I'll give you mine. All right. It got to the point. So just as a preface here. So almost all the good teams that were hot have dropped the ball in the last couple of weeks. We're talking Amsterdam with a couple of bad results in Ulaanbaatar and Cáceres. We're talking Lehman 7th in Marseille. That's not pretty, right? Again, Antwerp, they come in and they do really well in the Challenger circuit. They get a couple wins and a 2nd place. Then they go to Marseille and finished in 8th, right? So there's the exercise was difficult.
Well, hold on, Bob. You didn't mention Oob, who have only finished outside the top 5 once.
Oob is my number 1, as it is on your list, and that's easy.
Okay.
Next to that, after Oob, it becomes a very difficult exercise. We're talking, I went and looked at Fuengirola stats at some point, just trying to figure out if they deserve the spot. I thought about Barcelona because they came in 4th in Marseille, right? I haven't taken those. Okay. But I got to give them some credit because they played well. Okay, so number 5, points detracted for Marseille, but their overall body of work as of recently, winning Ulaanbaatar. Still got to give it to Lehman. They won. They placed 3rd in the Sukbatar Challenger earlier that week. So Lehman is in 5th for me.
5th.
Because what have you done for me lately? You guys forgot the
Janet.
It's the Power 5s. It's not the.
How many Heinekens have you had this afternoon?
What time's it up there in Amsterdam?
How many Heinekens have you had?
He hasn't been sleeping. He hasn't been sleeping. The baby's been keeping him up.
5?
In Lehman's last tournament, they came in 7th.
In their last, they just won a very competitive quest in Novi Sad.
I don't care about no damn quest. Like I didn't see the results of that on the FIBA3x3 page, did I? I did not. So there we go.
All right. Okay. All right. Keep it going because we're going to have one for you.
What have you done for me lately?
All right.
Number 4. Runners up in Marseille, Raud and Varas, who turned their season around and after a long absence come in and get to the finals of a Masters. What have you done for me lately?
Give yourself a... Yes, the result is there, but you got to take into consideration the Jalgis injury. They can't be a team trending upwards in the Power 5.
It's his opinion, sir. It's his opinion.
Bro, they played a ridiculously low number of events this year. Finished 8th in Utsunomiya. Or wait, did they play before that? No. 9th in Xi'an, 6th in Vienna, 2nd in Marseille. Trending upwards?
Results-wise. Yes.
So what have you done for me lately? Raud and Varas is
results-wise, yes.
Number 3.
Okay.
4th in Cáceres, 2nd in Ulaanbaatar, 1st in the Sukbatar Challenger. It is Ulaanbaatar. They have been consistently good. Their last 3 results are all top 4. 2nd, Baskets Bond. Last 2 tournaments they played, they won outside of a 3rd place in Cáceres. So 2 out of the last 3. They won, and then 3rd in Cáceres. So that even, that's a level above what Ulaanbaatar did. 2 W's for Baskets Bond, a first ever Masters win. Got to put them up there. And of course, number 1, Oob wins in Marseille and Cáceres. Is this the start of another crazy run? Question mark? I don't know.
Maybe.
But it might be. This is the stretch of the season last year when they went on a ridiculous run. So maybe it's that again. Maybe they're just back to being dominant. 2 wins in a row at least for the Serbians, who I got to say, again, they played really well in Marseille, and they played well in Cáceres as well. They look tired, bro. They looked tired
already.
Yeah, they spent. I believe they went to Spain for the full week. Didn't go back to Serbia. Just went to Spain for a full week and just kind of chilled, just laid on the beach because they had been going nonstop.
Yeah.
As you remember, they played in Ulaanbaatar the week before Marseille. They've played 9 events in 3 months, which is already crazy.
Yeah.
They
Lehman
spread it
played
thin, man.
10 events in 3 months, bro. 10.
They spread it thin, and we thought it was going to bite them last year, but we saw how it ended, right? Right.
So the exceptions here again, Amsterdam. I think the run before the Amsterdam Masters, so Vienna and then the Amsterdam was good. 7th in Ulaanbaatar, 8th in Cáceres. I couldn't pick them.
Okay.
The Skyliners, they haven't played in a while. They were 8th in Ulaanbaatar. I couldn't pick them. Antwerp, I thought about, but 8th in Marseille. And Lehman, to me, still barely makes it big, even though they finished in the quarterfinals in Marseille as well.
Me and you are on 2 different planets when it comes to Lehman. 5th, they barely make it.
I think we're all on different players. They're all on different
They
planets,
barely
bro.
make it because, again, what have you done for me lately? Their last tournament was bad.
What's our next Masters? Oh, Lausanne.
Yeah.
Oh, we still got some time. That's what, second week of August?
Oh, we got plenty of time. So wait, what? I'm curious. So before we get off, what is you guys' next event? Like I know, I got a women's series tournament next weekend, right? I got Baku from home. Then I go on a vacation. We go camping in France for about 2 weeks.
Oh, nice.
And when I return, I am not fully set on what I'm doing next. I'm still in discussions to maybe join a challenger, but I'm not sure yet. We haven't finished those talks.
Let's see. I'm gonna be at the Novi side Challenger this coming weekend as a special guest. I'm gonna go out there, do some shooting competitions, hang out a little bit. Then there's a chance I might actually go to Africa for the first time for
Really?
a 3x3 event. Yes. Not solidified yet, but I'm trying to see if I can fit it into the schedule because honestly, just from a personal standpoint, I've always wanted to go to a 3x3 event in Africa. I know I've been to Egypt, but I haven't been out there enough, man. And I just want to show my support, show up at an event there. They've asked me for several years, and I think this year is going to be an opportunity for me to do it. I might have I'll have a break in the schedule, so I'm gonna try to see if I can work that in. So that'll be one of those bucket
What
list things.
country? Oh, now
for me
I'm
to do.
curious. What's the country?
It's going to be I want to pronounce it properly, Gaborone.
Oh, bro, if you're going to Botswana, you're going to be in for a good time.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've been. It's lovely. It's
Okay.
really good.
Well, we'll see. I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but they've invited me several times. I got the invite again this year, and I'm looking at the schedule, and I'll have a couple of days free, so I'm gonna try to make it work out.
If you can do it, it's a wonderful place, man. And if you can add, look, I'm not telling you where to go on vacation, but they got this thing called the Okavango Delta out there, which is it's absolutely sick.
Really?
Oh wow.
It is, yeah. It's in the north of the country, but it's like it's a river delta that empties into the land, so it's not into the sea. And they got animals on animals on animals on animals, bro.
See, I gotta do, man. You know what? Yeah. Don't be surprised if y'all see me out there.
Simba.
I never went to the delta itself, but I went to Gaborone once for like a week, and it was a life-changing experience for me. So I implore you
That's awesome.
to think about it.
That might be on the schedule. If I survive Novi side next weekend, then
You should do that. You should do that. I mean, my next 3 event's not till El Salvador, and that's going to be in October. That's going to be the America. And you know what? I'm hitting up all my contacts right now for Brazil. I'm hitting up George. I'm hitting S. Hey, look, 3x3, if you don't want to pay for me to go there, that's fine. I just
I
need
already
to
got
know.
$250 on your ticket, bro.
Look, I appreciate you. I already saved up for the ticket and the hotel. I just need to know where it is. If I can
let's
be in
start
the
a
same hotel with
campaign.
y'all.
Let's start a campaign. The energy to Rio. The energy to Rio. The energy to Rio. We gotta get some social media movement behind us. Let's get some people on board with this.
But I'm going no matter what. So I'm gonna be there joining you guys. I already set it out on my schedule to go. But yeah, I'm really excited for the America Cup. First time in El Salvador, if I'm not mistaken. So that's gonna be fun. And then we got other options. We also got to talk about Baku. As for the women's series, that's next. And then you guys gonna be back in Switzerland. I don't know if Wes Montani's gonna be out there. That's gonna be the next one for the World Tour. So
the Olympic capital.
We'll be back.
To you guys, but that's gonna be Kyle. I ain't there.
Oh, you went.
I think I have so far. And look, we're still talking. So there's something coming up, hopefully. But I'm not on the World Tour until Rio, to be honest with you.
Oh wow!
And me and Kyle won't be together until Rio either, because I'm not at the Europe Cup. I'll be at the Under-23 World Cup.
Okay.
I was thinking about driving down for, it's like a 2-hour drive from my house, but I'll be in Mongolia doing a challenger event.
And straight from that to the U23?
Yeah, I'm in Asia anyways.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm going to stick around for a couple of days. I told Steve, sir, look, if anybody needs a workout in the post, I still got it. It'll hurt me mainly, but no, but So again, we at some point I'll return to the World Tours. We'll see whenever that is. Usually the second half of the season gets decided in early August, so we'll know then. But for now,
you'll be all over the women's series in the meantime, though, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I got a couple more. I want to say Baku, Seabreeze, and Debrecen. So I got at least 3 more. Women's Series season's been fun, man. I got to tell you guys. Some new teams make it into the fold. Uganda showed up to Marseille with a crazy squad and ran to 6th, which was, I don't want to curse, but wow. The Pearl of Africa really showed out there. It was really good. Then we're seeing some of the more traditional basketball countries step into the fold now too. Like Slovakia is bringing teams, Slovenia women's, Croatia are starting something. So there's some movement. There's some movement there.
I like it.
Good. Good. We'll be popping up somewhere. And boss, trust me, we'll be on sooner than Rio. So for sure. Get ready.
I'm still putting out there. I want the first ever, just like the NBA, ESPN, 3-man caster of 3x3. That would be kind of fun.
Wouldn't it be cool if we did the pod from on location? Right?
In Rio.
On location, Rio, somewhere.
Oh,
that's a discussion for another day. We're gonna work it out.
All right. So I guess we're finishing this. Hey, everyone here, gamers and ballers, ladies and gentlemen, 3x3 family, thank you so much for tuning in to Word on the Streets, your favorite 3x3 podcast. Make sure you follow us on all social media. That's Word on the Streets. Replace the E's with 3s. It's been fantastic. More 3x3 for this year. And again, I've been your man, Vin Chang, aka The Energy. Upstairs, the big bro, Mufasa, is going to go to Africa. Kyle Montgomery, the voice, and forever, Dr. Roboznik. Boz Rosendale, a.k.a. The Mountain. We'll see you on the next episode on Word on the Streets. Bye!
Thanks.